Okay, so yeah, should be recording now, hopefully. So, yeah, just thought I would do a Marvel Rivals video on the first scrim that I did. So, yeah, I am playing on a Marvel Rivals team. Um, and we had our first scrim today. There was supposed to be a tournament, and I, whenever we do get into a tournament, I do plan on making one of these for like every game in the tournament. But I think it's kind of a good thing that there's just a scrim since it gives me a good idea of how these things are going to look in the future if I can even fit like all those things into one video, if I'd have to like, stream it or whatever. But yeah, all I remember about this game, it only happened like a few hours ago, but I remember I made one really bad play, I feel like, that could have cost the game, but I might just be mentally overreacting to the play. Um, because I didn't intend to do it, so I mostly play on console, like my main account's level 54. I have one secondary account, which is the one that I played on, and the only reason it's a secondary account is because it's a PC account. Because you can't share your console account and your PC account if you play both like me. I don't really play on the PC account outside of these tournaments and stuff, so it looks like I have like a level 10 Smurf account or whatever, but yeah, this is really the only other account that I use. And I know that I haven't done any Rivals things on the channel in a bit. Um, I did an Invisible Woman climb. I didn't upload all the videos, but I did make it a Diamond 3 last season, playing just Invisible Woman in ranks. Well, almost just. Like, there were some games where she was picked by someone else on my team, or I think she got banned once, maybe. But yeah, we had about 40 hours overall, with the competitive side being about 20 hours. I do have all the footage of that on my channel, it's just not published. But everything's there. So yeah, we made it all the way to Diamond 3. I don't think I uploaded everything because I tried to make it where like all of the games were individually time-stamped and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it just kind of took too long for me to do because I'm just doing everything by myself. Um, so I might do another climb again soon, um, but we'll see. I've been playing a lot of Cloak and Dagger for this split because I think that they're pretty busted. However, I did not play Cloak and Dagger at the Scrim, even though they're like my most played character. Because I was like, my team wanted to ban characters, and that was one of the characters they wanted to ban, so I was fine with it because I do technically still have more experience with Invisible Woman by quite a bit, and even with Luna. But my Luna is pretty bad in comparison to my Cloak and Dagger. Overall, at least I think so, especially on PC for me. But yeah, I don't mind playing on PC too much, but the misplay I did earlier did happen because I was on PC and forgot a keybind. But yeah, I have the match replay here. Send it to my main account from my side account. So yeah, here is the overall score. I was going to say US best KDA on everyone, but I'm pretty sure it is Omelet here. So yeah, I haven't watched the VOD myself. I just like remember playing the game earlier. I think I had a misplay. I did end on Rocket, but I played Invisible Woman for a lot of the game. I swapped over to Rocket on I think the entirety of Game 2. It might have just been some point in Game 2. Because I played a game after where I played like every like it was just a normal game, but I played a game after where I played like every single strategist for a little bit. Almost. I think the only one I didn't play was Mantis maybe in that one, but yeah, I don't know. It's like rotating between every character because I couldn't really find anyone. I just like kind of messing around with some of the other characters, but yeah, this was the real score. As you can see, we did ban Cloak and Dagger, so that's why I did not play them. Even though I had prepped them, I was gonna like maybe argue against banning them, but I think it's fine to ban them. Like they're a good ban, so yeah, it's either ban them or ban Luna, and I think that Essential's way too good on Luna to put her away. Like he just pretty much exclusively plays Luna, right? Yeah, he plays Luna in Rocket, but I swapped over to Rocket for Game 2. I actually had like 50% accuracy on Invisible Woman in Game 1 for the end of it, I think. I know I clicked tab at some point to see my scoreline and saw that I had pretty good accuracy, surprisingly enough. But yeah, these were everyone's characters, I guess, if you want to see them. So, yeah, then they banned Wolverine and Doctor Strange, banned Storm, and Cloak and Dagger. So yeah, we can get into the replay now. Just a little bit of a preamble before the replay even starts. Wow, that is loud. My bad. Yeah, I had to turn on the audio because I couldn't figure out how to get music that I wanted to listen to before it started, so that's on me for sure there. So yeah, I wasn't sure how loud I needed the audio because it sounded fine in the lobby, as you can see, or had seen, but yeah. See, we banned Cloak and Dagger, banned Wolverine, which is, I think, a fine ban as well. I have like a list of characters that are viable ban options, and Wolverine's in the list, Cloak and Dagger in the list too. And then for a second, maybe we weren't sure on either Storm or Namor, I think, was the other one. So yeah, we were going to 50-50, but then someone accidentally picked Storm, so I had to balance out the 50-50 there. It's kind of funny. They said that they banned Doctor Strange the last second for them. Yeah, who do I have?
All the difference.
Who do I have in my notes here? So, common bans, we have Storm, Namor, Hulk, Strange, Wolverine, Luna, and Cloak. So I did like 2 of each class. Sure. Characters I think about banning and stuff, and then I forget who we saved. I guess it was Black Panther probably. This is what we had talked about before. Definitely wasn't Strange. So yeah, we're gonna go to my POV. Oh. I am here. So game 1, Invisible Woman. Turn all this stuff off.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Make it a little bit easier to see. I am gonna turn down everything a little bit more. Overall, because it's kind of loud for me.
Wow.
Should I know who you are?
No, but you should know magnetism doesn't work on super cooled materials. Guess what I can do?
Luna and Magneto yapping. My captions don't show up here. I don't know if I have captions on this account actually.
2,
I may not. Forgot to turn them on. I usually play with captions on my main account. I don't know why the galactic audio in the thing is always weird. But yeah, I'm just trying to hit whoever I can in front of me. Drop the shield there. I'm pretty comfortable with PC Invisible Woman. Like, her controls aren't really weird. The only character that's weird for me, really, is Cloak and Dagger. But, like, I think that their shift and some of their other buttons should be swapped from mine. I thought that someone else had taken care of that squid, that's why I stopped shooting at it, but turns out that's not the case. Yeah, put up. Talk about that. So yeah, we lose Venom. I have a pretty good angle for some shots here, so trying to get as much damage off as I can while healing. I kind of focus on damage a bit more with Invis than just specifically healing, which does show here a little bit, but my damage is still not that high. I didn't really get too good of like back bounces, I noticed, outside of the healing, but for like the damage side, I would hit them with the initial throw, but the projectile bounce from back didn't really connect as well. Which I was kind of like max range for a lot of it, so that does make sense. I pushed Thor out, which was kind of a bad thing. Like, I probably should have kept him around. There. I can a little bit. Maybe. That was actually a good spot. So yeah, I should have pulled him in. I actually, like, that wasn't like a misinput. I did choose to push him out. Got directly in the more ulted there. Magneto with ult for them. Got a squid behind us somehow. It's one of the Luna squids as well. Definitely with some extra speed there. So yeah, kind of general healing, trying to hit who I can. I pinged the squid there, I ulted. Okay, so this ult's kind of weird. I ulted specifically because one of the DPSs were going in. The way that I view ults is kind of transactional. I usually only ult if I hear a DPS on the enemy team ult, try to react ult to catch it, or if it's one of the healers, I try to match their ults sometimes. I'll try to delay it as much as I can to have it where our period of healing is a bit longer than theirs, but um, yeah, sometimes they'll just drop it like as soon as they drop it, like with Invisible Woman ones. I do try to like wait a couple of seconds so that way um, we'll have the longer period because it is kind of like one of those things where it's like whoever ults first loses sometimes in a situation like that. So I do try to make it where I ult second there. But yeah, we had said that we were going to be using our ult on Winter Soldier, so I jump forward and try to get in to help them with that. Which is like another way that you could use Invisible Woman. It's not a way that I commonly do it, but um, yeah, usually with like any divers, you can just drop it because it does have like that's the one thing about Invisible Woman ult that other like AoE heal ults don't have is the ability to like drop it in a place where you're looking that's not just directly on top of yourself. Though if you do get caught out of it, then it will go away. So you have to be aware of that whenever you do it. But yeah, I did it like not too far from me, just so that way it would be fine. But yeah, get some extra damage, get some healing, get to catch out the enemy Invisible Woman there. Like she literally can't even walk through this lane here because my ult's blocking it, so it would just call out her invisibility anyway. But yeah, just allows for a really easy push, and then only 2 left anyway, so they pretty much have to fully concede. End up getting the Magneto myself, but pretty much anyone there could have gotten it. So yeah, everyone's out for them. And then Invisible Woman's really good in this little hole because you can drop your shift ability, a little orb in the hole, and it just completely nullifies them walking through it, kind of like, unless you just want to take a little bit of it. Like, it doesn't even do that much damage, so you can kind of just walk through it, but can be a little annoying. Like, whenever you drop it on a spawn door, I always think it's more of like a minor annoyance than like an actual problem for a lot of characters. But yeah, you can also like drop a shield there and make it where your team's just not able to get hit by the people on the other side. So another reason to use the push, obviously push and pull fully fit within the hole as well. So pretty good area for Invisible Woman. And then obviously if they're walking through it, then your primary fire is good there. So yeah, I shield whoever I can. At least try to, because Starlight will target the shield generally before, but didn't really end up working up there, so that one is our Magneto ulting on someone. Looks like they didn't get a kill. Get a Thor in their face, but Thor is not too big of an issue. It looks like they double support ulted, which I don't know if that was intentional by them, but yeah, that is a bit of a waste. The Invisible Woman shouldn't have needed to ult there. So I gotta swap to Iron Fist. Not too big of an issue for Invisible Woman. Like, I think I even pulled him in there. So that way Winter Soldier could get a couple of extra shots on him. I want to keep the shield like around here just because it's good cover. So yeah, I do a little bit for the Venom. Try to get some healing as soon as possible. Keep him alive. That orb hit Magneto's shield. That is the one bad thing about Magneto in this matchup. Like, I do think Invisible Woman probably is the best time out of all of the healers for Magneto since she can just drop a shield in front of his ult and it completely nullifies it. But he does nullify your orb with his shield, which is kind of annoying. Same thing for Doctor Strange as well. But yeah, I think I actually pushed Magneto there to change the angle of a shot, but I'm not entirely sure. I wonder if there's a way I can check that using the replay system. Let's see. Toggle POV maybe? I can't remember which. Well, tried to like hit L2 to fly upward, like I'm playing a flyer in this game. Let's see, so Magneto is here. does this push actually like move him while he's flying? Because sometimes your push can move people out of ult, but I know it doesn't for Scarlet Witch.
Slow
down. It did connect to him, but I don't think it actually moved him because it should have pushed him this way. He doesn't actually end up going anywhere. However, do have a bubble on the person that he hit, so it ended up doing no damage anyway. Which is a pretty good bubble. Yeah, we can go back to my POV now. Just wanted to see if I actually pushed him there because I wasn't entirely sure.
Beholds the god of thunder!
But yeah, you're never hitting Invisible Woman. Like, if you catch an Invisible Woman with Thor ult, that's because she was already at like 1 HP before you ulted, and she died to like the AoE lightning. But your double jump just completely gets you out of the area, and then if anyone's standing next to you, you can just shield them as well, and then it'll block it for both of you.
No worries, I've got your back.
So yeah, that was just never really going to work out.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
That's why I pretty much always save my double jump all the time. Theirs was a little bit better. My pool did get some value. I just walk into their ward because I'm kind of focused on healing. I had the push here. This is like, I think this might have been my only death on Invisible Woman. I think my other deaths were on Rocket. But yeah, I did have the push here, but I tried to save it because I thought that I could live for like at least 1 more second. I think if I would have got healed, like if Luna had clap up and healed me, I could have done it. But, oh, my shield ends up hitting Luna somehow. Because I tried to shield Bucky as well. But, yeah, somehow it just shields Luna instead, which pretty impressive that my cursor was able to find that window. But, yeah, a little bit unfortunate at the same time.
I won't disappear so easily. Hits the ground.
And dangerous!
So yeah, here's my big misplay, but I think I end up making it fine. So I have ult, and I'm considering ulting this, but I feel like it's not a good idea because our Luna's ulting, and like I don't like trading ult for ult. I'd rather wait a couple of seconds, and yeah, our Luna's already ulting, so we've already kind of traded ult for ult. So I'm like hesitating a bit, but I'm like in the front line, and then I see Thor is on me, so I'm like, yeah, I probably do have to cast this now. But I think it ends up being fine. Because yeah, I'm able to get cool here, and it actually helped their push quite a bit, because the enemy team doesn't ever really get out of their Invisible Woman ult for some reason. Or at least retreats super slowly. I think I might have, yeah, I caught at least 3 of them with the initial ult, so they're slowed down by that a little bit. I guess that's part of the reason why they don't really have the most mobile team. Like, they have Iron Fist, but that's pretty much it, unless you count like Invisible Woman's double jump and Bucky's dash. But even then, those aren't really like, it's not like Spider-Man or like a flyer or something, you know. It's too crazy of movement. So yeah, it ends up being fine, but I do think that was kind of a bad play overall. Yeah, I managed to catch Iron Fist in the air there. Just trying to heal whoever I can see pretty much. Get a bit of a push. Yeah. Tried to ult me. I don't know if he ulted anyone else with that too, but... yeah, we get Iron Fist ulted in the backline, and this is pretty bad because I don't have my double jump. I just used it to get out of the Jeff ult, I think. Wait. Oh, no, he hits me out of the double jump. Let's see. But yeah, that's unfortunate. So yeah, I should just be dead. However, he decides to go for Luna instead. Which does kill Luna. And then I think I still end up dying, maybe? No, I love this. I guess he just gave up. Like, I don't know. I feel like probably could have killed me. He goes back in,
Clearly
though.
you needed some
But,
help.
yeah, that time he can't hit me out of my double jump. Or it gets blocked by Magneto. Oh, no, wait, I don't think it did, actually, because I'm hearing some hit markers, but that might just be my primary.
No worries.
Tried to shield Luna, but she's up a little bit too far. I was picking the Psylocke there, but she ends up just barely surviving that. I gotta heal up for a second.
That's much better. Vortex field. Clear the way.
I always try, if I drop like a Vortex field there, I try to pull them into it, which is what I do here. Managed to get some stuff, but there is a bubble dropped, so... Yeah, I have my ult up, but I try to save it for as long as I can.
Appreciate you.
And then, yeah, as soon as that one's over, I drop mine.
Psionic burst.
Try to see if I can get a pull into the ult as well, but I don't think the pull hit anyone.
A little help, please. I suck.
But yeah, I kind of view it as like a tempo exchange, so like, if their ult gave them a bunch of tempo, my ult kind of resets it back to what it was. So that's why I did that ult there. Even though technically it wasn't on a DPS ult. Like, we have a lot of tempo advantage anyway, so I'm fine with that. Like, obviously the point's like almost captured. So that's kind of like another reason to try to get as much mileage as you can on the cards. Still got like a minute and a half as well, so I could maybe get it back through overtime, but it's not the most realistic thing, and we have Luna ult, so that was another reason. Just kind of a few things to keep track of whenever thinking about like whenever you're ulting and stuff with healers, because you don't just have to ult whenever DPS ults. As long as you're getting some sort of mileage or at least pressing like an advantage that you have, then it's still fine. Even if it's like not technically optimal. Because sometimes people will just like hold, and I'm just gonna die Iron Fist here because like I'm just not in the range of Luna ult. My entire team's on the card. Iron Fist is just attacking me specifically, which is fine because they down one tank who's in their other one's pretty much dead from their current position, so they're not even really able to do much. And yeah, the only other person they have is Psylocke, who can maybe get an ult, but who knows like how effective that would be at this point. Only thing is like maybe Jeff ult, but they Jeff ult at a not too great of a moment, gets caught by the Magneto ults. So that gets both DPSs. And then Magneto gets healer. Doesn't give them a card. Yeah, I could have swapped the shield positioning. There's kind of like, I was thinking of like trying to ping the health pack to the Venom to tell him to go get the health pack and then switch my attention to Magneto, but my brain was kind of working a bit too fast for my hands to be able to keep up there. I guess that was their Invisible Woman's shield was placed in a spot where they could hit it for some reason. I actually recalled the shield there, which is something I don't do too much, but probably could implement more, where I hit F to get the shield back instead of just letting it, or just like continuously placing it in new areas and having it break. Push Iron Fist out, get the shield back, then it goes away again. Try to get a pull, gets bubbled. Got Iron Fist on the back line, but we're kind of chilling in the horde. I think if Iron Fist would have ulted there, it might have been better, but... Oh, he gets ult there. Dang, I don't die a single time on Rocket then? I figured I died once. But I only have 3 deaths by the end of this. So yeah, I end up dying to the Iron Fist ult. I've got ult, so as long as I can make it back to point, should be fine, but it depends on how well they can stall. Yeah, they don't really have any ways to counter my ult anyway. So yeah, make it back in time, save 2. And yeah, should be enough. Anyway, they don't have any ults at the moment. Well, now they have Psylocke, but... Yeah, Luna's just in time. I had noticed on my way back that Luna's was at, I think it was like 95% when I died, and then I was at 97%. So I knew that we could chain our ults like this if we needed to as well. Get a kill on Jeff with the orb.
Clearly you needed some help. Nice deep freeze.
I act faster.
Clear the way.
Yes, completely push Iron Fist off point, so...
3. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
And 49% accuracy on Invisible Woman? That's not bad. Usually my accuracy is like 27% on a good day. So, overall not too bad of a performance. Still not the most healing all time or anything, but not the worst. Yeah, I figured I would have died one time on Rocket, but it seems like I did not. Go back to my POV. So yeah, game 2. This time or I guess not really game 2, but second half. Gotta defend the cart push this time.
Real power, like I haven't felt.
If you could, Magneto, would you do what Doom has done?
I do like Rocket in a position like this. Like, normally I only play Rocket if I have a team up with, like, Winter Soldier or Punisher, but I do like Rocket on defense just because the revive is kind of broken. As a lot of the time, the respawn point of your base is really far away from where the cart will be until, like, it's in the second half. So he's like a very front-loaded defense character in that way, where you, as long as you have like a pretty solid team that can keep the cart in like one spot early, because it can be hard to get that initial push for the team. He's kind of like a wall that you can put up to keep the cart in place just because of the revive. You have armor packs as well, but it's hard to get armor packs on the initial thing because people just won't go to your beacon, even though you tell them in chat that there's a beacon in the room and ping the beacon's location so that way they know where it is to get stuff. They still will stand around and do nothing instead.
The battle starts in 5.
Only so much you can do
4, 3, 2, 1.
for that, but
Help get that vehicle to
yeah,
its
and pretty much just play like no damage. Like, I won't say that no damage Rocket is the most optimal way to play Rocket, but it isn't a bad way to play Rocket. I do get in some shots here and there, but most of the time I'm just, like, specifically if you're playing no damage Rocket as far away from your team as possible, it's honestly not even that bad, especially on a map like this. I could be much further back. Like, I could literally be up here shooting down my healing bullets, and it would still be able to reach the main people that I'm healing, and the enemy team wouldn't really have too much counterplay without seriously overextending, which is another reason why I think Rocket's really good. But I wanted to kind of stay near the beacon, just so I could try to defend it myself a little bit and like ping where it's at to get some people to move if I needed to. But yeah, Rocket is just pretty good. I don't want to stay like too far back just so that way I can shoot people, but I mean if you're going the no damage Rocket route, you can just literally be on the other side of the map where your team is and fire your little bouncy balls of healing. And yeah, it's very skillful gameplay here, just holding down your secondary fire in the general direction of conflict is basically all that I'm doing. Maybe get in a couple of shots in the primary. But yeah, another thing you can do, which is a little bit better, and I try to do anytime I have a penny, is just play near the little um, nest over here. So if you're a healer and you just play near this nest, um, if you've got decent aim or whatever, and like can aim your primary and stuff to fight back, then the nest will help, as it does provide some additional damage. But yeah, another reason that I'm up here too is so that way I can just like jetpack in and ult if I need to, which I do later on. I kind of mess up my ult sometimes with Rocket a little bit because I press like right click instead of left click sometimes with the mouse because I'm too used to being in healer mode. Um, yeah, it's something I have to get used to when ulting. But yeah, overall I can literally just be like as far away from the fight as possible. That's another reason why I like playing Cloak and Dagger in a situation like this, is because you can do that with them as well, where you're just literally playing across the map. Like with Cloak and Dagger, you can play Dagger on this map and like here and throw your dagger against this wall, and if it bounces off this wall, it auto aims at the closest person. Which, I mean, even if they're out here, it won't stop going until it hits another wall or a person. So yeah, it's got pretty ridiculous range. Yeah, another reason why this match is pretty good for, or like pretty abusable by certain healers, I guess. So yeah, I try to drop my rocket damage there to counter the squirrel girl thing, but yeah, I guess they found my beacon. I didn't see anyone get it revived. I didn't even notice anyone was in the beacon room, but maybe Spider-Man goes into it. Actually, let me just go back to my POV and then I can just watch the beacon from the recording. So yeah, what happens to it? Oh, Magneto finds. I didn't think you could see it from there. I guess it is, yeah. It is visible from there. Thought I had it in like the corner, but I guess it was a little bit off on the placement is what happened there. Yeah, just still holding down the heal. But like a lot of the time, even if you're in a 1v1 against a DPS as Rocket, you can literally just. My advice, if you're in a 1v1 against a DPS like Spider-Man or like some sort of diver, you just fly to the nearest wall while holding down your heal gun and just try to get on the wall and run, because you run a lot faster than you move around whenever you're on a wall, so it can be a lot harder to hit. Unless you're like, if it's like a Punisher standing here where I'm looking and you're like running along this wall, obviously it's not doing much because you can only really go up and down to dodge. But if it's like a Punisher from this angle and then you're on the wall, it's a little bit harder to track, obviously. But yeah, pretty much just stand back and hold the heal button. I'm playing up a little bit because I'm next to the nest and I also have ult, so I am kind of looking for an angle to ult. I said that I have ult like a few times, so that way if any of my DPSs decide that they want to ult, then I can ult to boost their ult damage. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So yeah, Penny ults, so I go with that one instead. So jump back in, drop the ult, even though I messed it up the first time. Magneto also ults there, which does boost his damage. And then Black Panther also ults. I'm not entirely sure if we needed the Luna ult, but it ends up working out because they're invisible in ults, so. Well, yeah, I told them that I'm gonna go drop a beacon and then drop the beacon. I accidentally undropped the beacon, so then I went back and dropped it again. But yeah, you literally don't even have to see them, you just have to shoot in their general direction, as long as you know that the bounce will hit, which I try to aim for this little thing here, because I know that if I hit like this area, it will bounce somewhere here. And the AoE of your heal is pretty ridiculous, so it should be able to reach them from pretty much anywhere, as long as you land that part of it. Yeah, Rocket's primary is pretty good for dealing with the little squid turrets as well, so I try to use it for that.
Namor has summoned.
A nice decrease.
So yeah, it looks like we get one ult for one person, and then we have a Magneto ult coming in. Does hit Luna, but not a direct hit, so she survives it.
And dangerous!
The Penny gets revived by my beacon there, so why she's back. But that means that we're down a DPS now. Though that's kind of fine, because being down a DPS isn't the end of the world unless they have ults, but they don't really have any, so it's not too bad. They used Namor, they used Winter Soldier, and I think he missed, was calmed as well, so they don't have any DPS ults, they've used their Magneto ult. Thor's the only one on their team with ult, and then maybe Jeff, which things are doing much for Jeff ult, but yeah, overall, could be worse, but having two tanks kind of like neutralizes the position at least a little bit. Yeah, I have my ult back, and say it, so I kind of rocket in to let them know, but because I think that the Panther had calmed that they were going to go in and ult, so I wanted to ult their ult again, but ended up not. And then yeah, I even like looked for an ult there, but I realized that there's only like probably 1 or 2 people left, because I looked at the death screen or like the death chat to see who was all dead, and I was like, oh, their entire team is just like gone now, so might as well just save that for later. Yeah, I got an ace. Beacon's back up, so I go drop it.
This is a nice spot.
Down to 30 seconds.
I do think that beacon also gets destroyed, but
Do not yield, my friend.
could be.
Our time is now. Ah, much better.
So yeah, I'm looking for an ult angle, so I'm trying to stay a bit close. I want to try to make sure, like what I'm looking for is I'm trying to see how many people are on my screen, because if I'm going to ult, I want to make sure that I am trying to make it in a spot where it will affect the most people on the enemy team. But, yeah, I drop it here because I heard our Magneto ult, so I wanted to make sure that his ult would kill the Invisible Woman, which it does there. He didn't have to hit, like because of my ult, he didn't have to hit a direct hit for it, but I think he probably did anyway. I haven't seen his POV. Guess we can maybe go look at that. Although maybe it's easier to tell from the Invisible Woman's POV, to be honest. So let's go.
Anyone willing to help?
See, and then because of the, okay, it was a direct hit, but yeah, even because of my boost, it would have worked fine. And then we also have magic ulting. That's kind of why, in certain situations, like for a character like Magic specifically, you want to wait until she ults before you drop your healer ult. But yeah, if it's like a healing ult, it ends up like it would have been better for the Invisible Woman to hold her ult there anyway. But I guess she did it because she was going to die anyway. And there's like 5 seconds left in the match, so might as well try to get something better than nothing. So yeah, get a kill on Rocket. Headshot.
Needs some help. Fire mode.
Doubt any hell will be.
Final score 0, 2, 3.
So yeah, not a 0 damage rocket, but not the highest damage you've ever seen probably, because I wasn't really going for it, just trying to get as much healing in as possible. I did have the most assists in the game, for whatever it's worth, but yeah, I got 4 final hits, so nothing too crazy. I think I had pretty good value on my damage amp, but I don't know if there's a way I can see that. So, yeah, that is the VOD of the first scrim that we did as a team. So we have done some quick play and stuff. I can't ever do ranked with them because my account that I play on PC has never played ranked before, so it just can't happen because you can't have like a bronze 3-person with a bunch of celestial players and stuff. And I do need to get my main account that I'm on right now. I do need to get this up. But as you can see, my internet here is like not always great. Although it says that it's like fine on the servers I'm actually playing on. But even then, like it says that it's fine, and then I'll go in and it won't be fine. So yeah, it's kind of like the main reason why I haven't been doing too much Rivals, because my internet's been all over the place outside of some practice stuff that's on those computers, if those computers are connected to Ethernet stuff here. But yeah, might be some more Rivals videos like this in the future. I might try to see if I can get some people in like a Discord call and play Rivals with them for some videos as well. But I don't know. We'll see. I've done rival streams with my friends in the past, like my friends IRL, but I haven't done it with like the actual Rivals team of people that are not as that my friends aren't good at the game. They just don't really play it like on the same level. So they're mostly just quick play warriors, but play with some people that are more higher ranked, I guess, is technically appropriate. But yeah, we'll see about stuff like that in the future. But for now, gonna end things here, because I'll see everyone in the next one. And actually, before I go, I will try to see if I can get music to be like not just the Rivals in-game music for future stuff as well. Because the thing that does it is in beta on what I'm using to record this right now, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. Like it worked on the last Monster Hunter stream I did perfectly fine. It works when I'm streaming, it does not work when I'm recording for some reason, so I'll try to see what I can do. But yeah, guess I'm gonna see everyone in the next one.